All right, bang. Today's Tuesday. It is May 20th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. 2 in-studio guests today for Snake Draft Tuesday. We have Steven Cheah on the couch. We have Uncle Chaps at the desk. Welcome in, boys.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're here.
Do you feel that way about Cheah, too?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
I was hoping to be introduced as two-time homebuyer, Steven Cheah.
Oh, two-time home buyer,
For the
yes.
purposes of this draft.
Yes.
Well, I think Uncle Chaps can probably one-up you there, right?
3-time home buyer.
Fuck, Cheah.
Respect. I hope I never get to that point, to be honest. I'm just buried in this.
This house you're in now is your forever home?
I guess that's... Yeah,
thought you were moving back at some
for
point.
several years. What?
I mean, I could imagine myself in my house right now forever.
Yeah.
Almost just had myself a big old Charlie horse in the hamstring.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, a little too much coffee this morning, apparently. I don't know if you guys caught that.
Yeah,
It gave me a
Well, yeah.
gasp.
It was
Yeah.
like,
It was
You okay?
it was about to come, and I was about to be crying on the floor.
I
Rapper?
hope it does
Usually
come.
how
later.
I'll be head on a swivel.
Those
forward
out
for
of
now.
nowhere ones are the worst, man.
And it's weird.
Laying in bed like,
Yeah,
the 4 a.m. one. Is just,
you'd wake up to
oh,
it. Oof.
4 a.m.
wow. You never had a 4 a.m.er?
Oh,
I don't think so.
You never
I
woken
have.
up with one?
Horrible.
Oh.
Yeah, those
Oh.
are bad.
I used to get them in high school after sports.
I got a double Charlie horse once in the Aria pool. I thought I was going to have to get carted
You're
out
gonna
of there.
In the pool, you're lucky you didn't drown to death.
In Vegas. Well,
Yeah.
well, I could float. I just went to my back. I got a lot of-
Emergency procedure.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah,
lot,
that's
I
what
got a
they
lot of
teach,
floating.
yeah.
Well, we're
just
drafting
just
dream
stand.
houses today.
Yeah, exactly. It was. I thought I was done for. Luckily, I was around all my family, so it would have been a good send off.
How old are you?
Yeah, I'm sure that wouldn't traumatize them at all.
Yeah.
This was like 2 summers ago.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was double Charlie horse. It was a bad deal. Aria pool. They're still talking about it in Vegas.
Drink that water, Ed.
Yeah, it was apparently so.
Banana.
We've all gone through the home buying process in this room.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, here we are.
Based on what home properties are going for in Chicago right now, I think I might be one and done myself. They're going wild right now.
Also, look at us, the under 40 and old and home crowd. Not a lot.
Not many, unfortunately.
It is very unfortunate.
Good for us. Okay.
Yeah, good for us.
Yeah.
For us, credit to
For
us.
Good for you.
Props
Good
to
for
me.
everyone.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Thank
Pass
you,
the ball
Dave.
around. Thank you,
Yeah.
Dave. Thank you, Barstool. Building your own dream house. Seems like the rules were kind of self-explanatory, but does anyone have any questions?
I had a lot of questions on the text last night. I mean, it's tough to describe exactly what this will be in like 1 or 2 sentences, because a house that's gutted could have nothing in it. It could have, I don't want to tip picks here, but things we talked about on the
Basic amenities.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's got toilets and a
Yes.
kitchen
Yeah.
sink and everything, so
All
you
right,
don't need
toilets
to add
are
that
assumed,
stuff.
but,
Yeah, right.
like,
Have a mansion.
I would like to assume that there is a fridge and a stove
Yes.
and all
Yes.
that.
Can we just say furnished?
Yes,
Yes,
it's furnished.
it's
a
furnished.
It's
Yes.
turnkey,
Yes.
ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That word changes everything.
Okay.
Then it
Furnished?
takes you, furnished is
But,
like the furniture's there.
like
It's
Lance
got
said-
carpeting. It's got,
If you want a bed,
If you want carpeting, gross.
like if you want a bed that's
In
made out
some
of 24
spots.
karat gold, then you can draft something like that. But
Yeah.
now it's just like you,
You
got a
can
bed.
upgrade your furnishing.
Yeah.
yes.
Shay was going to draft a lazy boy.
Hey, I don't think that's a bad pick.
I wish.
Some people like the simple stuff.
Oh, sorry if I was tipping picks.
No, you're okay.
I like at least too.
So yeah, you have your house. It's a shell of a house. You are filling it out with cool, different amenities, but not services. This is not like a private chef. This is not
Right.
like a whatever.
Cleaning
So,
crew. Yes.
A bunch of honeys waving palm fronds on you.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're not getting that.
I'll have that anyway.
bunch of honeys.
Yeah. So I think we're on the same page, but
Fuck
probably not.
I haven't heard anyone describe women as honey since like Will Smith and Fresh Prince
Yeah.
of Bel Air.
Yeah. That's the vibe I'm
DJ
going
Jazzy
for.
Jeff pops in. You're absolutely right. White Ducks, dude.
Uncle Phil tosses them both out the front door.
Honestly,
idea
I
of
never
Uncle-
really watched it.
The idea of Uncle Phil throwing Dave out the front door makes me laugh. You never watched that show?
Not really.
Okay.
A little bit, but not really.
Do you know that honey is like regurgitated
Yeah.
bee stuff? I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I actually killed a bee in my shirt.
That's
this
fucked
past
up.
Weekend. I was driving. I felt something on my shirt. I was like, "Oh, what the hell is this?" Smushed it. It was a bee. Smelled like honey the rest of the day. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't think bees, like when you smash them, just like
He says they
Spin out.
did.
Yeah.
Smushed it.
Now, was it like a wasp or a yellow jacket, or was that a honeybee? Because I like honeybees. Chief and I are
I think it
apiaries.
was a honeybee. I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't know what it was. I just felt something on my shirt when I was driving. I was like, what is this? I thought it was like a tassel. It was a bee. Smushed.
A tassel.
Goo in my chest.
Wow. He had bee goo.
Oh, Steven. Not the worst thing to be covered in.
Could be.
Honey's probably up there for worst
That's
things to be
pretty
covered
sticky.
in.
Yeah.
Come.
Depending.
Yeah.
No.
Some people, I'm sure, don't mind.
For this room, yes.
Shout out Bonnie Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. All right, let's just do the order. Let's get into it. Che Lance is 1 through 5 behind his back. What number is it?
Dose.
No.
Chaps.
5.
No.
Chief.
3.
No.
1.
Yes, 1.
I'll go third.
Okay. 1 through 4 to me. I'm gonna say 4.
It's 4.
I'm going to go first.
Whoa.
Ooh.
1 through 4, Che. Sorry.
2.
2, correct.
I'll go
2, 4, 5.
second.
There he goes.
Number 3.
1 or 2,
1 or
actually.
2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
2.
No.
1.
4 or 5.
I'll go 5.
All right, so Chaps, you're 4.
Hey.
The order is Eddie, Che, White Sox, Dave, Chaps, Chief. Hey, guys, before we get into the draft, I want to talk about our friends at Game Time. The NHL playoffs are here. We are in the conference finals, Chief.
We've made it.
We've made it.
Almost the end of the road.
And the only place to buy playoff tickets is obviously Game
Toronto.
Time, the official ticketing partner of
not
Barstool
in
Sports.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not in Toronto. that's
Yeah.
for sure.
But
You could buy
You can get, like-
Caniacs,
You can get concert tickets, I'm sure, in Toronto through Game Time.
definitely.
Yeah, now that you're not watching hockey.
But the hockey, Edmonton, Dallas, Carolina, Florida,
All those
Sun
markets,
Belt,
yep.
American teams, get on there, get your tickets.
I just looked it up tonight. In Carolina, you can get in for as low as $133.
That's supposedly the Lenovo Center, I believe it's called, is one of the best home crowds that you can ask for. The place gets rocking. So if you're in that area, you should be trying to get to a Caniacs game.
Pretty good. They Game Time's the best. Prices
Yep.
go down. The closer it gets a puck drop, you can save up to 60% buying last minute tickets. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Go buy those Hurricanes tickets.
Yep.
Take the guesswork out of buying NHL playoff tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code DOGWLK for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game Time. All right. Without further ado, here we go. The Building Your Dream Home draft. So I took one, and I was like, there's such a clear-cut number 1, but now I know one thing that I really want. It's not going to get back to me, but whatever, I'm going to stick with it, and it's just a badass infinity pool. You need a pool.
Infinity pool at your home.
Yeah. Like, if I'm getting a pool, I'm getting it the best one. I think that looks the best. It also is functional, too, so it's not just like a thing that looks nice and is not functional.
So you're in Calabasas. That's really the only place this, or like I guess some type of mountain
It
range.
could be anywhere.
Because
Could
you're
be-
If you're on the water,
we're living in
love, like,
Illinois.
Could be Tulum, could be Lake of the Ozarks. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's mountains everywhere, Stephen. There's
And you don't need mountains for it.
Well, there's like
you
hilly-
can just have like a pool, like
Yeah.
a little hill that drops down.
Yes,
Build
that's
that
anything
yourself.
Okay.
yeah.
infinity pools are cool. I like when
they're great.
when you're at a resort and it like looks like the pool continues on into the ocean.
Yeah.
Or that
Yeah.
one in Singapore that cracked recently. Did you see that? It functions like a bridge.
Yeah, that cracked.
Yeah, it cracked.
That's
Oh.
terrifying.
Because they had that huge earthquake. that
Oh
happened.
wow,
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh yeah. Is that okay? I did see that. Was it like on a high rise?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah, it was crazy. And the one dude like jumped over it.
That
Did you
was
see?
super- yeah.
Like to go to his family.
For the earthquake. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that. That was
That was nuts.
There was an earthquake in Illinois this week.
Was it?
yesterday or
Monday
2 days
night.
ago?
Monday night
Yeah.
there was an earthquake.
We didn't feel it up here. It was a
Yeah.
3-pointer.
3.8.
Yeah.
We have felt earthquakes up here before.
We were talking about that.
I think a pool is like a starting point of like an awesome home. So I'm really happy to get this. And I don't know how any of you guys, like there are different things you can get that are adjacent, but I don't know how you guys get there with me taking infinity pool.
Okay.
I think I can get there.
You
I
think
think I
so?
could get there too.
Okay. All right. Fine. So
Question for the rest of the draft. Since you're are you now building around this pool? Like, do you have to be location-wise? Your house has this pool and everything else you're putting in?
Well, I think that's the way we should attack this.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like,
building a
whose
house.
house would you least like to go to that get
Gotcha.
voted off? And then everyone's going to be like, oh, I want to go to this house. This is
Okay.
badass. They have all these
Perfect.
features. So this is really a 5-man team, this
Yeah.
draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, a sick infinity pool. Give me all the bells and whistles with, but I guess I would have to draft those technically. But Che, you're up.
The Knicks are playing tonight. Ball is life. I'm going basketball court, specifically indoor basketball court. For the reasons, wherever you're living, it could, maybe you're in a very nice place. Maybe you're in Florida or Arizona or Texas where it's hot out and you can't play all day. But you can have your court. You can have the boys come over. You can have a little game. Who's that race car driver? Is it Denny Hamlin, who like has like a league that he plays with, like in his house, like a bunch of race car buddies all just hooping. That would be great. We obviously have one here, so we're very spoiled. We don't necessarily need one because we work here. But having a full court indoor basketball gym in your home is an unreal flex. And I think with all these things, they add so much to your home, you don't want to leave as much. That would certainly be.
That is my
huge
goal
thing.
with these, is to never, ever leave my house or see anybody ever again with this draft. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Standard pick. Yeah.
I think it's cool, but I also think it's one of those things might get a little old.
I don't know. When we went to that guy's house up in the North Shore
Winnetka
somewhere
or
for the
wherever.
pickleball, he's like a pickleball team owner, and we went to his house and he had an indoor basketball court. That was sick.
It was probably a 10 million.
It is. Is it 2 overall cool though?
I wouldn't have taken it
Is
too.
it 2 overall? I
here's-
appreciate you said indoor though.
Yeah.
I think indoor is way better than outdoor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, outdoor out of boot it. That's terrible.
Yeah, because outdoor, like they never get those right. I feel like throughout the weather too, the rims are always kind of weird.
Super hard. You
Yeah.
can't- Yeah. You got to
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
Right? Do you guys agree?
the only thing worse
Yeah,
than
big time.
floor burn is hardcourt burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like outside. I like the pick. My only gripe is that I just feel like it's not going to get that much use. Like it is cool, but like we have a court here. We never play anymore. We never play basketball anymore, Che.
So what I will say is that it is a basketball court. It is not the activity of doing basketball. So
Good distinction.
You can
Brand-
run the gauntlet at home.
Brandon and I play pickleball weekly. We could do things like that. Like it is versatile where you don't have to just play basketball. I would
All
play
Play
basketball.
catch if
Yeah.
you wanted to.
Yeah.
And I'd imagine you have kids. Like that's a nice
Yes,
place
huge.
to just go.
Yes.
No,
Okay.
I was nitpicking. I think if you're building a fuck you house, an indoor basketball court,
It's
great.
like first thing on you're thinking about. Like all of these things that like I'm gonna be picking especially are kind of shit I wouldn't actually have. But indoor basketball court, that's like first thing that would come to my mind.
Dave, you're up.
I want to one day have a house where I have wings in my house. Like, oh, I'm gonna go to that wing for and I just think it's like a really rich way to talk about your home. So on that note, I'm gonna have a laser tag wing. Just a wing that's just an awesome laser tag course.
Che,
And it's not gonna have those rules that they make you recite. I don't know if that's the one that we have that we went to growing
I
up.
will not sit in the or
I will not run, run,
or
sprint,
jump, yeah.
or jump.
no, you're allowed to do all of that.
You're allowed to do all of that. And we might even make it with like real bullets or paintballs or something. We can workshop it a
Real
little
bullets.
bit. But like laser tag, that's what I want. Just a laser tag wing.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
you took Well, you should have took a real bullet course if you wanted that.
I don't know how you tell Che that he's not going to use it that much. And then he'll use it.
I would use this all the fucking time.
No, you would not.
Yes, I absolutely. This
your
would be
favorite because
By yourself
You don't
on a
like.
Tuesday?
You don't like. You're not going to want people in your house all the time.
that's part of it that I could just do it on my own, like with
You're playing
with
again.
bots and stuff.
So
Oh,
you're-
I didn't think
you're
like-
basically doing real life Call of Duty.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Nah, not that is something I would like to do. Just get Verdansk in like a large plot of land and do it with paintballs. I think that someone super rich should do that.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be awesome. You get teams of 4 and you squad up. On me.
Okay.
Broken shields.
But you're doing this by yourself in most of these instances.
I want a laser tag wing.
Yeah, you don't like people. That's a problem.
That is.
You also love sitting
We
and
say you don't like
staring.
people.
I do love sitting and staring. It is one of my favorite pastimes.
I
but
like to sit too.
like,
What's your,
like a lot of it is that like, hey, I have a laser tag wing and you don't. Maybe I don't even use it because that means moving and running and jumping. It's more the fact that I can tell people I have a laser tag wing at my man.
And by that note, I like the pick.
Yeah.
I do like the pick. I think this is cool. I think it's funny.
You see that on Zillow? It's wild.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like, whether you admit it out loud or not, there's a part of you that would want to buy the house because of that.
Oh yeah.
What would be your setting? Because there was one in Des Plaines. They just closed a couple years ago, and there was two different courses. One was the favelas,
I haven't been
which
to
was
that
sweet, and then one was a prison.
one. I mean, I'm thinking more like
just like a.
the one in Lombard. Is the
Yeah,
one
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Laser Quest. Yeah.
Yeah, Laser Quest, but you like on steroids. Think of it like I want like weather in there. Like I want simulated rainfall, and I want trench warfare. And
I like this.
You want
Yeah.
the Hunger Games?
so pretty much. Yeah. I want the Hunger Games.
You want mold in your laser tag.
Yeah, simulated rainfall. It's
Oh
crazy.
no, he get a dehumidifier in a
Jesus.
second. Yeah.
I'm fucking loaded rich. I can
Yeah.
pop a few $100 dehumidifiers from Amazon off in there.
Then you can smoke weed in there.
You
Yeah.
could.
I like this, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you would have liked this. It was really, they simulated really realistic. If you got shot, you had to go run to the back of the thing to spawn. Like it was a one and done.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't like you just
Yeah.
get smoked. So you had to like take cover and shit.
Was that on anybody's board? Laser
No.
tag.
Can't imagine.
No, it's
what.
a crazy pick, number 2.
You all like the pick though.
Yes.
Got you thinking. Jay don't like it.
I just think it'll collect dust, but I do like laser tag.
90%, 99% of the shit's gonna collect dust that we draft. That's
I think
like-
paintball's better. But I mean, I guess you could do that. It's a little messier.
Yeah, you
so I
could do
understand the laser tag.
Same kind of course, yeah.
yeah, same concept.
I feel like with laser tag though, you're like that didn't fucking hit me.
Yeah.
But you know what it does because like it registers
but,
you get
like,
the score sheet.
I know, but like, how accurate is that?
And I do feel like you said something. I'll just say it because you already said it. But I feel like paintball would have been like right there for the. Like, you
Yeah,
would've-
sure.
That is a little
That-
messier, though.
I'm thinking
Still
like
someone there to draft.
so-
on it.
I'm thinking like purely inside paintball. You need like fields.
No, you can do urban
No, you
warfare.
can do inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indoor.
And this is
Airsoft?
like
Or that. Yeah.
you could build your outside. Like you got a couple acres.
Yeah.
It's no problem.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I know that.
Chaps, you're up.
I'm going to go with the golf simulator that they use in the Tiger Woods League.
Oh.
TCL?
Yeah.
TGL?
Like the huge IMAX screen, the
TGL.
rotating green.
I've never seen this. I don't think.
It's
Oh,
insane.
Dave.
That's going to be in my house. That'll be amazing.
Yeah, this is a good pick.
Because you can be that with all your buddies. I mean, I bet if you had one of those, your friends would want to do a bachelor party at your house.
Ooh.
Oh,
Is this
probably.
what we're talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you allow stadium seating? Do you want people to watch? Like, do you want that environment?
I would, but no one's allowed to sit there. I just want people to know that I have
the
such a
vibe.
That's-
big room that,
Yes,
that their
that's-
stadium seats.
Yes.
2,000 seats in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that would be
Yes.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's next level, dude.
Yeah.
Like you're so far away from the screen. The screen's huge.
Mm-hmm.
It
would be so much fun.
Yeah, if you're going golf simulator, this is the holy grail.
Yeah.
This is the standard.
Yep.
Chief, you're up.
All right. I'm taking a different type of pool. I just learned that this existed, and I think it's different enough. It's a disappearing pool. Have you guys seen this?
Yes, dude. I've seen
Dude.
the video too.
So
Insane.
it's like if you were to walk out when the pool, it's a real thing. If you were to walk out and the pool wasn't like, the pool wouldn't necessarily be there. It just looks like a giant tiled patio, and you can use it as such. So you can like have like a dinner party guests out, and then you press a button and it's like hydraulics and the floor sinks and the pool appears. It is the coolest fucking thing I have ever
I
seen.
gotta look this up.
Yeah, disappearing pool.
I still think it's pool because pool's in the name.
But it's a different thing. He took infinity pool. You could take an above ground pool if you want.
See, I got a
It's not white
specific
trash
text
enough.
from Eddie that
Like we're
says,
taking.
the very specific text that I got from him, pool is mentioned. Go into this assuming that your house is a mansion, but it's a shell. If one person takes a pool, then pools are eliminated.
I did say that.
He didn't say that in my text.
I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
Maybe he
Yeah,
did,
say
but
that
this
in
is
text.
this is so
Why don't you read
different.
your text?
This is so different than that. This is so different. It's two things in one.
It is very different.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow
will
it.
allow it.
I think you.
It's so
It's
different.
Did you look it up?
Yeah, I'm looking at
It's
it.
sick, is it not?
But that being said, allowing it, I want a little grace later.
Okay, you taking paintball?
Yeah.
Dude, how much is one?
Slingshot.
I don't know. I have no idea. It feels like it should be $10 billion.
Yeah,
you
that has
seen-
to be a $5 million pool.
Yeah, have you seen one in the flesh, or you just
No,
just on
I was
TikTok?
like scrolling TikTok and it came up yesterday.
You dummies just split the pool vote.
No, I got the better pool. If you
No,
take
more people will know about mine though. So I think
Ken Jack, I need a GIF of this disappearing pool.
there's no way.
just down.
Everybody's going to think ghost.
Yeah,
I want a ghost pool. That would be a better name.
Ghost pool is cool. That is cool.
Online, it basically says the starting price for one of these pools. So even like a really small one is 150 grand.
There's no way that's accurate because you can barely get a regular pool right now for like under 6.
Maybe it's just like the hydraulic system is 100.
It's got to be crazy. expensive.
It's got to
Yeah.
be. There's no way that's accurate.
It looks so cool.
When my buddy put in an in-ground pool when we were growing up, I remember his dad told us it was 70 grand, and that was in 2003 or whatever.
I'll say
So
it though.
whatever-
We don't know enough about these yet though. Maybe they suck. I've never been in one.
They don't
Maybe-
look at it.
maybe
hey,
like-
this
It
is
turns into a
maybe-
regular pool. How could it suck?
Because maybe when it's
We know what pools are.
maybe when
man.
the pool is not up, you feel like you're walking on don't break the ice. You know, it's like you're walking on like a.
nah, dude.
You're
you
just
don't
gonna
know-
go under.
See, that's why I
you just don't know anything about disappearing pools, about ghost pools.
I don't. You're
you are
right.
making yourself look like an idiot.
I don't. Jay hates it.
So fucking dumb.
I love the pick for me just because I feel like you guys are going to split the pool vote. Because I feel like the pool is the 1-1. I think most people can agree with that because we're not worrying about like upkeep and things like that. You have enough money, you will pay for a pool service or whatever. Now we have 2 pools. So kind of levels the playing field for everyone else, in my opinion.
Isn't part of the appeal to having a pool is being able to see it though?
If you want, just hit the button.
Really?
But if you have a garden party in the wintertime,
Yeah.
like Chicago in the winter, you're not having to worry about putting that big tarp over it or doing
Yeah,
any
the
of
tarp
that
is
stuff.
ugly.
You're putting that up there, and you could have a garden party, and then people are like, "Damn,
I could host a wedding out
I
there
wish
if
I could go swimming." And you're like,
But
"Stand by the house."
Watch this.
People, if you didn't tell
Bonk.
people that you had an infinity pool and they came over and you dropped it, I think people would start like cumming themselves right there. I would. I would be like, "Holy shit!"
it's not like it fills up right away.
Oh, it goes
not-
fast.
it's-
It goes pretty
The
fast.
water's still in there. Ed.
Yeah.
It drops down into the
to
water.
the water.
The platform.
So it's effectively like an ice cube. It just balances it out.
No, it's like it's
It's
on a
actually
hydraulic
nothing like an
system.
ice cube.
Yeah, no.
No, but like the floor drops.
He doesn't know anything about
I just
disappearing
you
pools.
don't know anything
What a
either.
fucking idiot.
This guy saw TikTok. And
He's like, a floor drops. Wait a minute. Ice? Is that what we're talking about? Ice?
no, it's
Also, ice doesn't drop.
yes, it does. What do you?
No, it doesn't.
Well, it drops and then comes up.
What?
Ice. Drop ice into a drink. It. Boop.
Oh, is it buoyant? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
No, the concrete
No,
tiles are
it's-
not buoyant.
No.
I don't think it's
What a fucking idiot.
You're acting like even 0.5% have ever heard of this.
Oh,
Or
you're
who's
so
listening
dumb. It's
right now.
unbelievable.
All right, you're up again.
Fuck. I can't think, so I'm just gonna take bowling alley. I love a bowling alley, the White House bowling alley. I like to bowl. I do think that is something that you would use. You could have all like TVs down there and just hang out and just kind of casually bowl. I like the idea of it.
Am I allowed to smoke cigarettes down there?
Dave, yes, you can.
Yes.
That's all I care about.
Yeah,
green?
yeah.
Okay.
We're having a good time.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Do you smoke cigarettes at bowling alleys?
I don't smoke cigarettes.
I know you don't, but at a bowling alley, it's kind of like an obligation.
No, I don't.
I don't smoke
Nobody
cigarettes either.
smokes cigarettes at bowling.
I love the smell.
I
of
know,
secondhand
but that's
smoke
like
at
the
bowling
one
alley.
place they should be allowed to smoke cigarettes is a bowling alley.
I do think there are certain like I don't. So like my nana used to smoke like
30
many packs a day, and I would come home from being at her house in the summer, and all my clothes would reek. I'm like, this smells like shit. But I was walking the dog yesterday, and I caught like a whiff of it outside. Like outside cigarette smells so fucking good. Like there are certain settings where smoke smells great. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Casinos, bowling alleys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
casino and a bowling alley. It's
Yeah.
like those are the two.
How do you guys feel about this? As a law, any building that has wood paneling, you're allowed to smoke.
I like that. I think that's a fair.
Like bars or anything like that, wood paneling, because it has the vinyl or the veneer on it. You could wipe it down. It's not like drywall where it's going to soak in.
That's smart, chaps.
Yeah.
When my grandpa died in like 05, we went to his place to clean it out, and he's also smoked 1,000 packs a day, and you could just wipe it off the
gross.
walls. It was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She loved smoking though. She got lung cancer, and then they did a surgery where they could like cut out the tumor, and then 6 months later she was smoking again.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing? She's like, I love smoking. And I'm 85, so I'm like, you know what?
You smoked those. Yeah.
Started smoking when she was 11.
Jeez.
Bowling alley's one of those things. It pops.
Yeah.
It's not pop. Like, probably will never use it. But
I would think if I had a bowling alley in my house, I think I would use it at least once a month.
Yeah, once a month I
Yeah.
think is accurate. If you're going to say once a week, I'd be like, no way.
No.
how many games are you playing once a month? Just one?
No, I like when I go. Like I feel like three is not enough, and like 5 is too many. So I feel like you get tired in the 4th, and then you're done.
I think 3 is perfect. And on a high note.
Hey guys, Rhoback activewear, golf season's here. There is no better polo to golf in than the Rhoback polo.
Got to get on them.
Yes.
They look great. They're very comfortable.
They
They're-
feel great.
Feel great. It's the #1 brand I see on the golf course these days.
I see it everywhere. I know it's a golf brand, but I just see it everywhere.
I've seen it on Sydney Maravitz, and I've seen it on Black Sheep and Old Elm. Like it spans everyone who picks up a golf club is usually wearing Rhoback.
For sure, and I wouldn't even say it's a golf brand, Dave. It's an athleisure brand. It's an activewear brand. I think they do a lot of things well. They got those new sprint joggers. They're designed for both activity and comfort. The fabric is super lightweight, nice stretch, ultra soft feel. Obviously, it's very nice living here because we have just been up and down weather-wise, which is to be expected for us. But all the people who moved here are like, what's going on? It's like, yeah, you got to have your joggers out till at least June. So use code DOG on Rhoback.com for a generous 20% off for all new customers through the end of this week. That's spelled RHOBACK.com. That's 20% off all hoodies, joggers, jackets, and more with code DOG. Chaps, you're up.
But wait, you ever seen There Will Be Blood?
Yeah.
Could get killed there.
Good
I've
point.
never seen that.
You could get killed anywhere.
Another good point.
Even in a laser
Could
tag
get
course.
beaten to death by a bowling pin.
Yeah,
All right, for my next one,
yeah.
it's going to incorporate my Tiger Woods Golf League spot. Lazy River around the outside.
Oh, chaps.
So then people could come in if it's not their turn, and we have like an 8-some or whatever. We have 4. The other 4 are just hanging out in the
Grab a
lazy
couple
river.
Miller Lights and
Yeah.
just float around the. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Love that.
You're a big Lazy River guy, aren't you?
How could he not be? I mean,
I think.
Good point.
Imagine.
Yeah.
You know where a great lazy river would be?
where?
Around the Daytona 500.
That would take so long.
I know.
I'm assuming you've been before.
To Daytona?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to a NASCAR. Well, have I?
I don't know.
I'm
I've been
going to
the
one
street
next
race.
month in Mexico City.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to go to Mexico City. Drop a pin.
Yep.
Nice.
Lazy River, man. Like, it's so much better than wave pool.
Agree.
Wave pools are a hazard.
Yeah, and then just
The fact that those things exist is like beyond my wildest imagination.
especially the ones in Asia.
Who wants to
wild.
get? Oh well, yeah. When they crank them up,
Oh
and then
my
they.
god, crazy.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. Do you know what he's talking about? So, from what I remember, and you can fact check me, I'm sure the facts are wildly wrong, but there was a wave pool in China or somewhere, and thousands of people in it, and some little teenager who was working it turned the wave pool like to 1,000, and it turned into like legit tidal waves, just tossing these people everywhere.
Well,
I
and
saw
then-
it. It's
Yeah.
insane. Video.
Yeah. And wave pools are like, for whatever reason, insanely popular in China. You'll see like nobody has more than an inch around them. Like they get so crowded.
yeah,
Do you guys ever watch the show Righteous Gemstones?
Mhm.
Yes.
The opening scene, they're doing like a Christian baptism in China in a wave pool, and then they're like dunking people, and then the wave pool turns on, and it's chaos. It's a very funny show and a funny scene.
Good pick,
Good pick.
Dave.
Thanks.
I'm gonna go with a disappearing infinity pool. Boom.
Those don't exist.
I looked it up.
No, you can't.
I Googled it.
You can't have both.
I veto anyways. That's crazy.
Why is that crazy?
You
Okay.
can't. You literally. You cannot have both.
That
All
was
right.
the least heart in it. Why is that crazy? All right, let's.
I knew it was gonna. I just had to throw it out there.
Hand up. I don't know if they could exist or not. I was lying.
You said it with confidence. I like that.
I think it probably.
What
could
does he
exist.
not say?
I've never heard of a disappearing pool in my
Aren't you
life
glad?
until
Aren't you
5
glad
minutes
you
ago.
did now?
No, because I have a steadfast rule of never entering a body of water that's larger
Okay,
than a
great.
bathtub.
I'll make it disappear.
Then a bathtub.
Yeah, I don't like.
You're not
getting
even
wet.
doing pools anymore?
I'll look at pools. I'll look at water. It's
That's
nice to
not
look
true.
at the
I've
ocean.
been with you in pools.
But out of
Wasn't he in the pool in
necessity.
Arizona?
Yes, that's what
That
I'm
wasn't
saying.
by necessity.
I
Not
dipped
necessity.
Fully optional, and you went in.
only because everybody else.
You have hair
felt-
now. You can go in.
That had nothing to do with me going in that pool.
It should have.
Okay. Should we go easy or should we go hard? I want
Good question.
a bookshelf where I pull the book down and it enters my man cave.
Okay.
Dave, this is a great pick. It was on my list. I was gonna call it a speakeasy,
Oh.
where it's like a trap door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pull the book down and it enters a man cave. I got N64.
Don't do man cave.
I feel like this is
What
two
about-
picks.
What about a gentleman's room?
or
A
we can
gentleman's
say that.
parlor.
But like I want the bookshelf.
You want a hidden room,
hidden room? Yeah, hidden room with the bookshelf.
which is a good pick.
Yeah.
You want a
What
hidden
book are
room.
you pulling down?
It has to be from like the 1700s, you know,
No,
like
pick a
one of
good-
those, like a study, you know, and like the game Clue.
You want like Encyclopedia Volume Z.
Yeah, right,
Yeah, or
right.
N. Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
O
I
for
want
open.
dust all over 'em.
Oh, that's a much better one. Yeah, when we had Chicklets Cup in Buffalo, we were in this place that was owned by the owners of the Sabres and the Bills at Paculas, and it was like a bar, and then they were like, "Oh, come back here," and there was like a little library-looking wall, and they had a key, not a book, but it opened up, and there was like this whole other private section.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing of all time.
Yeah, there we go.
A hidden room was high on my board too. That's a good pick. Who doesn't want a fucking hidden room?
Yeah.
You gotta make sure. I want that book to pull.
Yeah, like, you don't even have
And
to.
Dave, like, if you don't tell anybody, that could be your staring room.
Oh.
exactly.
And safe room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good pick.
Also, when somebody comes over, if you have a house like this that's big enough to have a laser tag wing and you don't have a hidden room, people will be wildly disappointed.
Sure.
They'll be like, where the fuck is it?
Would you tell people about your hidden room?
Yeah.
I think that
I would tell
Well,
people
I'd have
that
a close
exists.
circle. It'd be like my top 8 on MySpace could know.
Okay. You have to really trust them.
Mm-hmm.
Because then if someone else is like, let me see your hidden room, you're like, I don't have to be like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Or what you're talking about.
Who at work would you give access to it? Or let them know?
I would probably tell Lance.
Yeah?
I feel like Lance can,
He's a vault.
yep.
I would keep it secret. I wouldn't let anybody know.
Yeah, I would trust Lance with that. Dude, I don't know. Beyond Lance.
Kate for me.
Kate, that's a good one.
Che, you're up.
I'm gonna need clarification on this one.
Of course you will.
It's a two-parter, and it only makes sense if the second part goes with the first part.
Yeah.
So it's a dock/pier with a yacht.
Like,
I mean, a dock/pier is
Chase taking 2x4.
definitely good.
Can a yacht be a part of a house?
yeah.
I think you
No,
have to put
let Che take like a little alley of wood.
But I do think, like, in my head when I was coming up with things on the board, like, this is, if
So-
you're building your
So you got,
dream
like, a
house, you would want,
beachfront-
people
yeah.
would want a dock. Like, that is a
a
reasonable thing
dock,
to want.
but are you getting a yacht with it?
Yeah, because like it doesn't make sense for me to take this in the second round if I'm just getting a dock.
I don't think you can have the boat too.
But I think it's also
That's
implied,
like- that's
you
like,
have
I'm
the
gonna
dock
take
because
a-
you're going to get a yacht.
Yeah, but it's like, am I gonna? Then I could take a helipad, but it has to have a helicopter.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or a jumbo jet. I want
want
a
a runway.
runway.
Yeah.
All right, so I would like to change the pick. That would not.
Okay.
Fair.
Okay. We're gonna have so much cool stuff in the house. You're definitely going to share with friends. But when it's time to go night, I want to have some privacy. Give me a guest house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Guest house is nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you have laser?
How,
tag
like,
there?
what are we talking guest house?
It's not like a mansion, but it's like more than enough. Like 2-bedroom,
It's like a
kitchen
coach
area,
house?
bathroom.
All right. This is on my board too. I think
Yeah.
these are awesome.
I was thinking I had a little White Sox Dave brain with this, but it's almost like I would want like a Spite guest house too. So it's
just
like
throw them out there.
no, it's like depending on how good friends they are and if they annoyed you or not, you get to be like you're in the shit and you have like a blanket.
Yeah.
My house in Texas had a guest house, and it was incredible. It was right off the pool, and anybody that came to stay with us got to stay out there. Everybody loved it. It was like the biggest flex I had.
Yeah, it is really cool.
That is
I went to
They're
a
like, oh,
wedding,
where are we staying? Oh, you can stay in the guest house, and their face would be like, what the fuck?
and they love it. Like they have privacy.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
not worried about
Yeah,
anything. Like,
they could shit free.
yeah, do whatever they want. It was like fully furnished. Like, was there a bedroom and everything?
There's like a bed, and it had there's a little kitchenette in there, a bathroom that had like a steam shower.
That's awesome, Chase.
Yeah.
I went to my buddy's wedding and in Lake Geneva, and
Now my house is
afterwards,
100 years old.
Actually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
afterwards, the property we went to his uncle's house had a mansion in Lake Geneva, like a mansion.
Awesome.
And he has 2 daughters, and they're always like, they always have parties. He just built a coach house. He insulated it, made it soundproof as best he could. You want to have a party, you just shove everyone in this house, and it's like a space where it's really condensed, and it's like a really fun party house. The music was blaring. You walk outside, you can't hear it for a second.
That's awesome.
You just shove everyone in there, and it was just a blast.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
I'm super jealous.
it was sick. Good pick.
Thank you.
I'm so happy this got back to me. I'm stunned you didn't take it, but I need the best movie theater
Yeah.
Mm,
known to man.
yeah.
Yep.
Like,
That's the easy one.
yeah,
I think that would have been my very first. If I were doing this for real in real life, that would be the very first thing I'd do is make just an unbelievably
Yeah.
cool.
Wait, you want to have a movie theater over laser tag?
If I were doing this in real life, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It would be a fucking 1,000-inch screen. I don't like projectors as much, but
I agree.
I think they've advanced a lot.
They have
Like
advanced a
movie
ton.
theaters are projectors, pretty sure,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So like you could get that quality.
Remember we went to that $10 million house in Naperville?
Yeah.
And they had a movie theater?
Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
the theater itself was awesome. The projector was outdated.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
like
guess I've never been in a home one where I'm like the picture quality is amazing.
I would have top of the line, but like
Well,
yeah,
you could get if you're having that kind of money, you could get the one from the movie theater.
exactly.
True.
Exactly. That's what I'm taking.
With
Movie
like the sound system and all that.
Yes, correct. Now, my question for you: when I say movie theater, do I get all the amenities?
What does that mean?
Like, do I get a concession stand?
Yeah.
The movie theater popcorn makes it a completely different game. The movie theater,
Okay.
like you can have a popcorn like stand, but it's not the same as nothing AMC or Regal
So-
popcorn.
Wait, so we're talking like Chief, if he's doing the bowling alley, he's not having like a PBR pool or a delicious
have a
Miller
Miller
Lite
Lite
for
pool.
95 calories?
I think you need it.
96.
96.
I think that I think you get a movie theater.
I do too.
So I get the whole thing.
Yeah, like
that's
you get the
great.
candy
But
that
that's
has a bag
people-
inside of a box.
That's people working there. Like
No,
you
you haven't
can't
seen-
get those.
You ever seen Michael Jackson's movie theater?
No, but I'm sure it's amazing.
Pull it up.
But if it's
Yeah.
only you, Che, you just walk behind the counter and get your shit.
Who's making the popcorn?
You.
Is it called Thriller?
it is Neverland Ranch. It is where he.
I know, but is the name of the movie theater at Neverland Ranch
I
Thriller?
think it
'Cause
is.
That'd be fucking awesome.
He has an old timey, like old school concession stand before you walk into the theater. It is awesome. There's
Yeah.
like a whole video about it on YouTube.
If
That's
if
not it,
that's
though.
that's not the front of it, because that would
No,
be
I think
just
that's from the.
unbelievable.
Is that from the Thriller music video, Dave?
It might have
No, yeah, it looks like that was. That might be it. It's a YouTube video.
Because in fairness, like the yacht doesn't go with the dock because it's kind of implied you have some type of boat.
listen-
Like it is implied you have some type of popcorn, but not movie theater. Like not the
So
popcorn.
you can have a whole ass movie theater in your house, but the problem is the popcorn machine.
I
that you
think
can buy.
we're like realistically, like you're not getting an AMC. You're getting a small theater room, which is nice. Certainly,
Why
it's
does it have
like
to be a
three.
Yeah, why is it small? I got Tiger Woods
he
golf
has
similar.
laser tag wing.
Well, it's like practically in house. Okay, so you're getting a theater. How many people is your occupancy? I would think for a home, 15.
This is preposterous that you're putting these kinds of restrictions. I got Tiger Woods golf theater.
With like,
I actually am like a little bit on Chase side, and this is
For
hurting-
popcorn?
It's hurting my pick, but I'm saying I want a full ass concession stand.
I feel like you get.
I
that.
think if you're walking into, like, you can set it up. If you're walking into your theater area, you walk by the concession stand.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Okay.
I agree with you.
I hate to like talk you into your own pick.
Okay.
Like,
I'm happy to get that.
I just
I
think
mean,
that
'cause are we gonna
includes what
start
we
talking
talked
about-
about. Like, there's no like service people, and I understand you're saying you're doing it yourself, but like practically,
All
that's
you need
not
to do is
something
dunk
that.
a bag of kernels into the machine and push on.
yeah.
What do you need a whole ass
Pour
like,
yourself a
staff for?
beer and a wine.
So
and
if it's
popcorn.
that, so like for example, Willie Colon, friend of the show, in New Jersey, he has a home movie theater. It's 3 or 4 rows, maybe 3 to 4 seats per row, and he has a little cart that is a popcorn machine. Now you go up, you self-serve it. He turns it on, puts some kernels in. It makes fine popcorn. You're not getting AMC popcorn in a house. That's not a feature that is realistic, in my opinion.
Well, I think it's realistic.
it's a popcorn.
You don't think it's realistic to get that?
If he's getting the movie theater quality projector, which was my original objection because I didn't think that was possible, then he's getting. Dave got a laser tag wing.
But that's
You
something
can have a popcorn machine.
Why can't I find this?
because his pick is movie theater.
Yeah.
So I don't get the fucking guns with laser tag.
You get the guns for
Yeah,
sure.
I feel like it's part of it because
Yeah.
he didn't say
I
a
think we're
screen
arguing
room.
semantics a little too much.
Yeah, he didn't say a screen room. He said movie theater.
All right. If I'm outvoted, I'm outvoted. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. On that note, so I will go.
Like if you want the dock, you can have the ropes to tie up the yacht.
But if you're arguing that, I don't see how you're arguing for movie with popcorn.
Because
With movie quality popcorn.
what? You're comparing a yacht to popcorn.
Both great.
That's true.
Have you ever been on a yacht?
No.
How do you know it's great?
Looks awesome.
Because he has a brain. They look pretty
They
sweet.
do look pretty
This is Michael Jackson's house. Like he's got that.
Yeah, I think
Have you ever seen the interview where that comes from? Like those pictures, the stills? It is one of the most bizarre things that you could watch on the internet.
I don't know if I have.
Is that where he
it's
goes
from-
grocery shopping?
No, it's Barbara Walters is doing the interview.
Okay.
And Michael Jackson's like, I want to show you my tree, my thinking tree. And so he
have
brings
seen
her
this.
over, and Michael Jackson at like 40 years old climbs up into this big oak tree. And he's like, this is where I think of all my songs, even songs that were written before he had the house. He's like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, and like he talks about, and then he starts doing the
Bow wow.
and Barbara Walters is just standing there like, this is fucking real life.
What is going on? But yeah, that's it.
How was my Michael Jackson then?
pretty good.
It wasn't bad.
I would know that was Michael Jackson.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, not bad. Hey guys, have better sex with Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. These erection enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer lasting erections for sexual activities. Guys, be ready when she needs it and get your first month of Blue Chew free. Great sex is a few clicks away. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA, and they are prepared and shipped directly to your door. The best part is that it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew won't stop until every man is bricked up like a brick house. That is the mission, Dave. Make life even easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free when you use promo code DOGWALK. Just pay $5 shipping. That's promo code DOGWALK. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. I'm going to go with a 6 cigar lounge.
Yeah.
Give me the massive humidor room.
Mm-hmm.
Give me all the great leather chairs, all the poker
It's got to be
tables
dark.
around. Yeah, dark.
Yeah.
TV, just a spot where the men can have a cigar and talk.
We're talking mahogany, right?
Oh, yeah.
What about a nice cherry wood, Ed?
I like cherry wood. Yeah, I think that either would work really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to have a little book that you pull down to get in it. in theory.
I wish I could.
If in theory,
I wish I could.
Can't.
Dave took that.
Dave took it, but like,
In theory, that would be perfect.
Okay, what about instead of that, because you're going to have some high quality cigars in there, obviously, where the door is one of those huge old bank safes that you push the button and then the bank safe opens.
That's nice.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
That is sick.
that is cool.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, wait, no.
I think I would want that for show though. I wouldn't want to actually have to enter in a combo or anything.
No, just a button.
Oh, just button. Yeah, that's
fake.
just a
It looks
button.
fake, yeah.
Okay,
It
good.
looks real, but it's fake.
Okay.
It is such a flex, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like a just a humidor room.
Big time.
It's such a flex. Che, you're up again.
I would like to. So, let me know if this is okay. Mine was a all bells and whistles man cave, where it's just your area, TV screens, multiple TV screens. You know, in my mind there is a pool table down there. If not, then that's fine. But just a man cave where you can watch sports kind of by yourself. Could be a basement. Doesn't necessarily have to be a basement. But is your own area, memorabilia on the walls, all that stuff.
You a memorabilia guy?
Yes, big time.
Okay.
What's wrong, Dave?
I think I kind of took that
You think
already.
it's too vague?
I think.
Yeah, it's way. I mean, we're kind of drafting.
You
man
took
cave.
like the door.
Yeah, I think you took the door, which is still a good pick. for
Great
the record.
pick.
Because
I don't want to start an argument, but
Start
I
one. Why not?
wanted man cave entrance by the pull down door. Like that was the whole pick.
In fairness, Chap said in real time, like, you don't get man cave.
I didn't hear him say that.
Yeah, we
But
are.
like, what?
You have a hidden
I
room.
said that, yeah.
What do you like? Of course, it's going. to be
Anything
man
behind
cave.
that wall is cool.
Yeah, exactly.
right.
So it's a man cave.
So are you guys fine with Chaps' or Che's pick?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with it too.
Whatever. I think it's a bad pick because I think it's way too vague. But
I also think a lot of people have a man cave.
yeah.
Yeah. Like if you're building your
I mean, I kind of have a fucking space that's my own that no one else is allowed anywhere near.
Shit.
Yeah. Don't even think about fucking
Okay,
it
I
in that
won't.
little 4x4 box.
I would never.
Dave, you're up again.
Do you want to go in there now?
Kind of.
I will go with a. So I was thinking in the realm of Richie Rich to an extent. So on that note, I'm just going to go with the Portillos.
Okay.
That's a great answer.
Nice.
But does it have the food, Che? The food from
You do need service people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that we talked about service and that there was no service things.
I know how to make a chocolate cake shake. I know how to
True.
fry a fry. I know how to build a beef. I know how to build a Chicago style hot dog. I can do that all on my own.
That's fair, though.
Yeah.
So you're just having like boxes of ingredients shipped to your
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think
Well,
Go ahead.
in all like honesty, I will have a cattle ranch and I'll just make the beef on my own.
You won't.
I will. I will.
But what I said was you can't draft those, Che.
You're not gonna slaughter an animal. You like puked at doing the deer. You couldn't do it.
I could- no,
You couldn't slaughter your own deer. Puss.
I got better with it when I slaughtered Carl on the desk of the old office. Do you
But
remember that on video? I was chopping that shit all over.
That
the
was
place.
just like you're working at a butcher shop. When it was the actual animal, like you said, you have a cattle ranch. You have to go.
I would have to suck it up for sure. I don't like blood. I don't.
would-
That smell. Was
You would not be able to do
ungodly.
it, Dave. You'd have
It
a
was-
cattle ranch with no meat.
I would have to suck it up for sure. I would. I
He doesn't.
would
Time
get
out.
to
He
that
doesn't have this. He has to draft this anyway. So why are we talking about this hypothetical?
Well, because he said it.
Yeah. Well, we'll draft it then. That's not. the case.
I don't want to draft it, but I want the record to show that Dave would not be able to execute this because
Yeah.
he's got a weak stomach.
I am a pussy when it comes to that stuff. For
Well,
sure.
the Portillo's is a good pick.
Yeah. Live bullet laser tag rage. Fine.
Chaps, you're up.
I'm going to go with a full ass Dave and Buster's.
You just shit all over Che's man cave.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
We're gonna have skee ball. We're gonna have everything in there, and that includes all the food, all of that stuff that goes along with it as well. I have a self-sustaining.
Jay's beside himself.
we're just completely off the rails. We have to clarify, no service people.
This
If you're
is
making your
strange,
Dave and
Jay.
Buster's green chili soup,
Chaps,
go ahead.
Chaps officially lives in like a
Dream mansion.
you live in Disney
That's
World.
the.
You live
that
in
was
Disney
the
World.
draft.
You live in a theme park.
That's the draft.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is
You
the
want to live in a
Sims
theme park.
If you're not cowards, your next round, draft fucking Magic Kingdom.
I'm on Chap's side.
None of these things are on Zillow.
Time out though.
Yeah.
Jay, what was said is you're not drafting that because if you're drafting this, people might get confused and be like, "Oh, I'm taking a private chef. I'm taking a butler."
Right.
So you're not drafting that, but that doesn't mean that people won't be able to operate it for you.
What?
So
I know
so
because I'm not
so we
taking care
can't
of a
draft a
lazy
chef,
boy.
but he can draft a Dave and Buster's and just hire people.
No,
Is
you
that the
can't hire
assumption?
people. Who are you hiring?
Huh?
You're not hiring people at Dave and Buster's.
Oh yeah, I am.
Well, yeah.
Well,
So
that's out.
So what are we doing?
That's not out.
I don't think.
Are we really trying to act
You
like
can have skee
I'm
ball
taking
and air
care of
hockey and
that
all-
whole Tiger Woods? Like I'm gonna be out there with the vacuum and doing all that shit? Hell no. I got cleaning people now. I still gonna have cleaning people.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think like you just we're not supposed to draft them, but you are under the assumption that you do have.
Well,
that they come with it.
Nobody's gonna want any of these houses
Right.
if we're taking care of it. Why in the world would you want something?
I
to take
think a
care of that
cleaning
big?
crew and stuff like that is assumed. I think people to dine like a wait staff that is bringing you whatever you want from a
agree.
diverse menu.
I didn't.
That's
say I was
not.
gonna have a waiter. Never said that.
How are you getting this food? Are you
what do
cooking
need
this
staff
food?
for Dave and Buster's?
Yeah.
What do I need them for?
Yeah.
I need the cleaning crew. And
That's fine.
every
Cleaning
now and
crew's
then,
fine.
if I want some nachos, they're gonna make me some nachos.
And he's got to fucking shut the games down. You think he wants to hear skee ball running at 2 a.m. and he's trying to sleep?
I think
Yeah.
that's like you pull a big power thing and just
you need that. That's
Yeah.
a must.
A power thing.
Yeah.
So a
like,
light switch.
yeah. Well,
like
like,
a-
I'm
a-
picturing like something
a
from
lever.
like a cartoon.
Oh, that would
Or
be
like-
fun.
yeah, it's just like-
But what about if it's something like American Gladiator style, where I get the tennis ball gun and I have to shoot a target to turn off the power?
That would be sick.
That
That's
would be
fun.
Awesome.
That's fun.
That's in my house too, Che.
All right, I'd like to change my first pick of basketball court to Madison Square Garden.
You could do a mock Madison Square Garden. Chief, you're up.
I'm up. I never want to have to walk downstairs again. I got slides. I got slides in the house. I'm going down slides.
How you getting up though?
You'll have to have an up staircase. but I'm not going.
They have these things called like elevators.
Or you have the disappearing. What if it's a slide and then when you need to go up, they come out, turn into stairs.
That.
A disappearing slide?
Everything in Chief's house does nothing but disappear.
I just love the idea of just being like, yeah, I got to get down to my garage. I'm taking a slide.
This is what Preston did in Blank Check. He built a water slide.
Yeah.
You know?
When I was in high school and lived with the Cajuns, they had built in an old firehouse and they had a fire pole from upstairs.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That would kind of scare me though.
To slide
Why?
down.
No, just like you're not paying attention where you're walking and you
There's
fall
a
down.
hole.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a big hole in your floor.
How a lot of firemen died back in the day.
Really?
What?
Not by fire.
No.
Well, that
Oh.
too.
Do you guys know what city used to be referred to as Phoenix City?
Chicago.
Chicago,
Phoenix City.
rising from the ashes.
And then Phoenix cucked us.
That goddamn cow.
The
Idiots.
Quigley Phoenix.
And they also say Atlanta and Savannah have claimed that name too.
Atlanta.
but
That's back when you could still booze in firehouses.
See, but I would be boozing.
The libs got a hold of that one.
Fucking libs.
Can't have drunk
Well, it's probably
firemen
good.
anymore.
Probably
What
can't-
kind of country is this?
Seriously.
Probably good for
Fucking
their
shit.
safety that they're not falling off the ladders and shit, though.
OSHA does ruin everything.
Talk to me, chaps.
hmm
You're up again, Chief.
I'm gonna take Madison Square Garden. No, I have one of these now, but I love it. I'm taking a sauna. I want like a big, sweet
Nice.
sauna.
Good pick.
I think you should have took an all-encompassing like spa bathhouse, but
Well, I didn't know if I could do that.
yeah.
So I really.
Tipping
Yeah,
picks.
fucking Dave and Buster's here.
That one's on my list. Is spa.
All right, then I'm taking. That's what I want. I want a spa because I want the cold plunge. I want the whole the whole shebang.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's nice. I would if I could transport Chicago Spot Lodge to like my basement, it'd be
awesome.
awesome. So I think that's a good pick.
Do you use your sauna a lot? I had a sauna in my previous house. I didn't use it as much as I thought I would.
It was not cheap, so I try to get the money out of it. So I use it probably 3 times a week.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Was it built in or was it like a?
It came with it. Yeah, it was built in. It was
Oh,
just like it was
cool.
pretty much you turn on a heater and it gets very hot. It wasn't, but it was like the wood paneling. Like it looked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine's
legit,
like
but it was
an
very
infrared.
small. It was like as big as this couch.
Chaps.
All right. I'm going to go. I want a wing with the Library of Congress.
Yeah, I love it.
You can't.
Why?
Veto.
Why?
Because you can't just like transport the Library of Congress.
Why?
You can't do it.
It's a living.
If Chase getting Madison Square Garden,
not.
I'm not kidding, man. It was a joke.
okay, fine. I'm gonna go with an enormous library like the one in Beauty and the Beast.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I have.
That's totally fair.
Like with ladders that
Yeah, with
slide
ladders
across.
that goes
yeah.
up. I'm talking like
Yeah.
10 stories
Yeah.
high.
A massive library.
10-story high ladder.
And the books are like collecting dust, and they're like ancient books.
Yeah, like
that's the one you pull down.
And you are a reader.
I am.
Yeah. So I think like if someone else on the panel took it, it wouldn't. Like if I took it, kind of a waste.
Got to go up to that
I-
nice story for that book.
But the
Yeah.
fucked up thing is I'd have that huge ass library and I'd still be sitting on a couch with my Kindle.
But even though I'm not a reader,
Would you want Go Gadget Arms for this?
No, I'd video it. I mean,
Okay.
imagine if I like the social series, if I'm like, what book am I going to pick? And it like follows me around and then I pull out the book that I'm going to pick. Be fun.
It would be fun.
listen, I'm not a reader, but I think a massive library would be cool.
And you walk in, that's awe-inspiring.
It is.
Like you go in and it's just an enormous library. You're like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Che hates it.
No, I think the Beauty and the Beast library is cool. I don't personally read very much, so like books.
But there's
So,
I
I think
don't read
that's
either.
a cool pick.
but the vibe of a library is kind of unmatched.
Mm-hmm. Because I imagine there's like those desks with the green lamps on
Yes.
top.
Yeah.
That like the accountant lamps.
Have you ever seen?
And then you have like the plush leather chairs that's perfect for reading.
The
With
desk?
like an ottoman that you could kick your feet up.
Yeah.
And in my library, I have it written on my notes too, so you could see that I'm not making this up now. I want a big old bar that's in there, and you know those little things that you could pull it down and it gives you exactly 2 ounces. I want the top 200 whiskeys in the world lined up on that bad boy so I can pull it down.
That'd be pretty good. I also like the idea of having a room where I can shush people.
Oh yeah,
So like, come see my library. If they talk to you, like, shh.
that actually would probably be my man cave, the library.
Library.
That's where I'd want to hang out all the time. The vibes would be immaculate.
Cigar in there probably would be nice too.
Mhm. It's mine. I could smoke in there. if
Yeah,
I
of
want.
course.
White Sox Dave.
This is an actual real one that I would love to have. I'm going with a gigantic greenhouse.
Mm.
I like that, Dave.
Gigantic greenhouse. I have my tomato plants, my pepper plants, my herbs and spices all going swimmingly right now. A couple months I'll have dozens of tomatoes to bring in and give to you guys. But it's just like I got a couple planter boxes. I want
Yeah.
an entire ass
You can grow any-
greenhouse.
Can I grow any weed in
That
there?
maybe. I don't know how to do that. It's too hard, I think. I can plant seeds though and stick them in with my fingers. That's nice and easy.
Yeah.
Well, once you do it, somebody else can take care of it.
Sure. The place across the street from me has one on
Can
their
automate
roof.
that too, I bet.
Easy. I have a hydroponic plant grower that I made out of a little aquarium motor.
Okay.
That's cool.
And a bucket. I'll show you guys.
Yeah.
It's going right now actually. But the people across the street from me where I live now have one on the roof, and I am wildly jealous. Right now you can see all the humidity fogging up the windows because
cool.
they got it going. Super fucking cool.
Nice.
I know it's not a fun pick, but
No, I like
that's
that
a great pick,
That's
yeah.
a really good pick.
That's cool.
Ed?
Yeah, sure.
Because people on a tour of your house would be like, "Oh, damn, that's nice."
yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, you
They'd
got
be
to grow
like,
the.
Why is it so close to the laser tag wing? But
You got to grow the tomatoes and the onions for the Portillo's hot dogs. and
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
stuff.
oh
yeah.
yeah, little peppercinis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Che.
I'm actually very jealous of this because Big Cat just got it, but it's an outdoor jacuzzi setup with TV. Nice, can be outside. So my home is a little bit more of a Chicago colder weather place, not on the water, where you're enjoying the outdoors, you're getting to watch sports on TV. That's
So
the
jacuzzi
tops.
with TV.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't really like it.
I think it's simple but nice.
Listen,
I'm not a big jacuzzi guy.
We could all afford that now.
I've had it.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's that like
But he's building his house.
No, yeah.
And
his is going to be a lot nicer than mine was. Like I imagine yours is not going to be a piece of shit jacuzzi, right?
Oh, it's gonna be top of the line.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's not picking
Big
it up
screen
and it's
TV.
inflatable from Costco.
And you got he's building his 5-step house here. So this is a good thing to add.
Yes.
Like you're also complimenting.
like to
All
me,
these things go together.
This for a mansion, like a fuck you money mansion. This is like kind of a given to me.
But it's not.
I know it's not. I know it's
a
an
pool would
extra-
be a given too.
Yeah, it's the whole point.
I
of the
kind of.
draft.
That's why I'm avoiding that stuff.
Any
But-
pool any house that has like $4 million has a pool.
Yes, where I think Che went wrong here is you shouldn't have kept it a jacuzzi. You should have built like a beautiful hot tub.
What's the difference between a jacuzzi and hot tub?
Yeah. What?
I mean, like an in-ground one, like a
Yeah.
like
it
a
is.
nice. Oh, that's what it is. It's not
It's like
a,
it's so in my mind, you walk out, it's a deck. There's like a very nice like awning or some type of covering. There
Nice
is
pergola.
There's not, I think a jacuzzi. I think of the one you went out fucking Price is Right. Like the
no, it's in the ground. So you like
Okay,
you
all right,
get down in it. There's televisions on the wall up here.
all right.
Like
I
you know.
needed though. I needed that.
Okay,
explanation.
yes,
Okay.
How long? I don't know.
I love
You
hot
love
tubs.
a jacuzzi?
Yeah,
Hot tub. All right.
It's relaxing.
We sure.
Yeah.
I've never been a huge fan.
We fucking love the hot tub in Arizona. Me, Lance, Danny, and Tom. We were just
I love a hot tub.
Slugging
It feels
Miller.
amazing.
I'll sit
yeah.
in it with the
It's
fellas
necessary.
and smoke a cigar and drink a beer, but like, if I don't have a jacuzzi, I'm fine. Personally,
So, difference between a hot tub and a jacuzzi. The hot tub is the generic term. Jacuzzi is an actual guy's name. So that's kind of
so
Like
it's like
Kleenex and tissue?
yeah, like Kleenex
Oh,
or Post-its or something like that.
All right.
Jacuzzi was the brand.
Damn,
Jacuzzi is
he's
a-
oh,
winning then.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Totally.
yeah. You always want that name synonymous.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Jacuzzi.
Yeah, like laser. Like laser
Yeah.
is another one.
Back to me.
Really?
I'm going in the backyard. I'm gonna have a par 3 hole.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Like Jim Nance's.
Jim Nance has that. Marky Mark, I believe, has 3 or 4 holes in his backyard.
friends-
Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah, Bryson.
Entourage there. I believe.
Did they?
Yeah.
He just sold it. He had like a landing where you would tee off at
Yeah.
first.
I used to
I
like
think
that. in
Tiger
Entourage.
has several in his house too.
I feel like in Entourage, unless it's a different scene, they had it where they would just launch balls off the roof.
That was a different scene, but an awesome
That sounds
scene.
fun.
Yeah.
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 Nice par 3. So I mean, a launching pad you could hit it over my infinity pool.
Yeah.
That's class.
That is
dangerous.
class.
That's class.
Mm-hmm.
Giancondo Jacuzzi. 1915. It's older than I would have guessed.
What pick are we on?
We're in the
This is the
5th
last
round
one,
now.
right?
I have one more pick. I need something. I need all my stuff is like kind of practical and like what people would like to use. So I need something kind of gaudy, and I'm just gonna take like a shark tank, like a shark fish tank. Like
That
a
was
nice-
my next one.
Was it? Yeah.
Big
You
aquarium.
know who
yeah.
else had that?
Who?
R. Kelly.
Oh, way to go.
Chicago
Eddie.
guy.
Way to
Yeah.
go. Just
His,
by our
his compound's right around the corner from here, Ed.
It is. I know.
The prison or
You know who else had it?
No,
Who?
it's like
A lot of
Hang
people
on.
other than R. Kelly.
True.
what kind of
A lot
sharks
of people
are
had
you
a
gonna
Shark
have?
Tank.
Yeah, a lot of people. Well,
You get
actually,
the little
so
mini sharks.
I had I had the guy from Tank It Easy on here. He runs an aquarium business, and he said shark tanks are actually kind of super hard to have in your house because sharks need like a lot of room.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, but I would.
They typically live in oceans.
Yeah, but they need like it's like a different kind of tank. Lance, you did that one, right?
I
don't know
believe
how
that
to
one was
describe
Harry.
it. Was it Harry? Like it can't just be like a pool. Like it has to be like a long, sprawling spot for the shark to go.
Well, that's
in.
what you want in your mansion anyway.
For sure.
You don't
yes.
want like a little 15
No.
gallon. You want an enormous
Yeah, like this is not going to be something where you walk in, it's like, oh, there's a shark tank. Like this is going to like spiral all around.
one big
the
enough for you
house.
to like scuba dive in.
Correct. Like you go on one side
It's
of
a
the house.
lazy
and then you
river
see-
almost.
But it's a shark. Well, it's with a shark. You
Yeah.
can't go in it. No one's
Right.
going in it.
Yeah.
What
but-
kind of sharks are you gonna have? Like a great white?
Uh,
That'd be sweet.
great white, hammerhead.
I think you got to go tiger shark.
Yeah, he's welcome. Tiger's welcome.
Why not all three?
Hammerhead would be insane.
Hammerhead
You could have
is so
Shark
cool.
Wars in the Shark Tank. Just throw a bunch in there. Like you ever?
It's not very humane.
I know, but it's fine.
I think even having a Shark Tank's not very humane.
Probably any type of.
Have you seen
Yeah,
Have you seen the aquarium at ABT or Apt, whatever it's called out here, the
Yes.
electronic, where it is a huge thing. They do have sharks in there. They're not big, but they have a bunch. They have like eels and tons of fish. That's very nice.
I'd like an electric eel. I'd want the most exotic.
It's
fish.
available.
Yeah.
Eel tank.
Che, you're up.
All right, so wrapping up my home, we got the basketball court. We have a man cave with all the bells and whistles. We got a guest house, outdoor jacuzzi. I think something to kind of tie it all together, and something a little bit gaudy. Very nice. This is going to be, I feel like there's a basement. There's almost like a different level where this exists. It's a wine cellar. It's something like a very, very top of the line. So many different wines in there, but something you do to tie one on, try a little bit, get cultured.
So you're hanging out in this wine cellar.
Hanging out in it, yeah. Drinking there. You can also bring it up, but it's your reserves.
We're talking limestone walls.
Yes.
With that looks like Tuscany down there.
Yes.
Beautiful. Good pick, Check.
A nice touch. They had this in the mansion we
Yeah,
went
they
to in
did.
Naperville, and it was cool.
Yeah.
Not a fan of wine, but it was definitely a nice.
I thought you
additive.
backed off of that.
The one Dave brought was good.
Yeah.
So I don't really
Tuscan
drink wine. I
winehead.
should say.
And
Do you
on
think
that
a
note-
35-year-old man should know how to open a bottle of wine? Just out of curiosity.
34.
Yeah. You
I
want
bet.
me to teach you?
Well, here's the thing. I could have got through. Now that I realize that you don't technically have to take the top off. You can get. I could have broke through that barrier.
What, like push it in there?
Yeah, with like the wrapper
Foil?
on top. Yeah, the foil.
Yeah, but you weren't even putting the thing in the right way.
No, you were
Was
just
I not?
stabbing at it.
I stand corrected then.
Yeah.
I bet over 50% of this office could not open a bottle of wine in under a minute.
That's unfortunate, but I'd almost agree with you.
I'd
It's
agree.
probably true.
I'd agree.
Honestly,
That's
it's a shame that I agree with you, but I do.
I would agree.
Yeah, they should all be dead.
I also agree with Ed.
Yeah, fair.
White Sox, Dave, you're up.
I'm gonna have a weapons arsenal. I want AK-74s, bomb drones. I want man pads. I want M77-77 howitzers being launched across enemy lines from fucking miles away, like Captain Khan's. I want Patriot batteries. I want anti-aircraft missiles on my goddamn fucking roof in case anybody tries to come to my home. I could just get up there with my gunner turret, kind of like your
This should be vetoed.
American Gladiators thing, and just be like, oh, I got a visitor, except it's 50 caliber bullets. It's not tennis.
Fire
balls.
range would be cool.
Yeah. So a weapons.
Especially if it was like the bigger version of the Boondock Saints room. You know,
Oh,
where they go
yeah.
in there and they
Yeah.
like
Everything-
Oh
what do
yeah,
you
yeah,
need
yeah,
a
yeah,
rope
yeah,
for?
yeah. Right. You and your fucking rope.
Mm-hmm.
So weapon room.
Mm-hmm.
A weapons arsenal.
Well,
Yeah.
Arsenal's in the room.
Mm-hmm.
But the arsenal is the room. It's not in the room.
Well,
It
an
is-
arsenal is a collection
Yes.
of weapons.
Okay, yeah, you're right. And yeah, that's true.
he just wants a pile of guns in the yard.
Not just guns. I had cannons. I had anti-aircraft batteries. I had everything that I need to go to war.
So
I'm
you're
just going to
thinking-
say you made way too much eye contact with me when you're like, if anybody tries to get in my fucking property.
You're the last person I want at my place. Asking all these questions and stuff all the time. I don't need people asking me questions at home.
Would you
So you need 4 walls to put your weapons in. Essentially.
No, that's a special room. They have like all kinds of
No, no.
locks and all kinds of stuff. It'd be a fun room to be.
I don't know if Dave would.
This guy can't even find his AirPods. You think he's going to find his keys to his weapons room?
I think they're probably sitting in the bottom of my fucking washer right now, like always.
Chaps, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna go with a drive-through car wash.
Oh, that's a great pick.
So you go into the garage and you just when you get in there, it washes it, and then your car's clean.
Just
every
like a standard gas station car wash.
day. Yep.
Love it.
I love the idea of like when you leave your house, like every time you pull out of the garage, you go through the car wash.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it would smell good in
like
there
that,
because
yeah.
the soap comes through the air conditioner and all
Yeah.
that.
And you're going to have the best one, obviously, because
Yeah.
you're rich, because not a lot of the shitty ones are bad for your car.
Yep.
So
Yeah. I love
And it'd be a personal one. So
I
I
love
can
the
take
car
care of it.
wash.
Yeah.
it'd be a great way to start the day.
Yeah.
Are you
Or
going to
end the day.
Yeah.
Get like wind down in there.
Yeah, you're getting 2 washes, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's yours. Yeah.
Bird shit on your car when you come out of work will never affect you.
Nope.
This is a great pick.
I parked the other day on the street under a tree, and it's officially get bird shit all over your car season.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about, Lance?
It was me this morning, and then now the things are dropping down from the trees. Yeah, it's car wash season.
Bad.
I might get one today.
Good pick.
There's a little place around the corner.
There's a little place on
It's-
Southport Avenue that I go to.
Do they have the punch cards where you go to?
There's a
the
lot
town
of
to
little
get one
places
free?
in the city.
I don't know.
They should.
They
Good
should.
car wash would.
You're right.
Chief, you're up.
To go with my disappearing pool, I just want like the most immaculate outdoor kitchen. I got a big ass smoker. I got a grill. I got a deep
Outdoor kitchen, you
that.
said?
Yeah, I got a deep fryer. I got a stove. I got a little pizza oven, brick pizza oven thing. I got it all.
Yep.
I love this pick. I was
That's
close
great.
to
This
taking it too.
this is something that like in real life I imagine you've probably been there. Terry Black's.
Yeah.
I imagine Terry Black's smoker in my backyard one day.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
sick, yeah.
You been there in Austin?
In Austin, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I waited.
it's the coolest
I
fucking
I got in
place
line at like 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
You got the pizza maker. You
Yeah,
got it
all the
Every bell and whistle.
Let's not
a
forget
pizza
deep
maker
fryer.
is not hard to make on your own. I get hit with that on
Pizza
like-
maker?
Yeah, like
Just
It's not
brick.
at all.
Yeah.
Brick, fire
Yeah.
brick.
right.
No, I don't want to.
No, no, absolutely
Yeah.
not. That means getting your hands dirty in manual labor. And all that
Correct.
stuff. Yeah.
fridge. You got a flat top grill. You got a propane
All of that.
grill. You got a charcoal
It's
grill.
pizza night. It's hibachi night. It's barbecue night. It's
I love this pick.
yeah.
I just sent you guys a shocking picture. I had Chaps the text. Speaking of bird, my car got assaulted the other night.
Yeah,
Like
this is what my car
coordinated
looked
attack.
like. Yeah, this is exactly what my car looked like a couple days ago.
Wouldn't have
It
to
was
worry
one
about it
night.
at my
This is
house.
one night.
Yeah, yeah.
Impossible.
Oh man.
It's like 12 bird shits.
It is.
That's what my car looked like a couple days ago. I got like, motherfucker.
A beautiful outdoor kitchen is something
Mm-hmm.
to behold. All right, let's do honorable mentions. I have 3. One is just a moat.
Moat's good.
I
Moat's very close to
Lazy River.
Now I had moat. That was kind of part of my arsenal because it is part of the whole defense
Dude, who
of
is
my
it? Who
building.
do you think is attacking?
Yeah.
Who's
The
attacking
mailman's
you?
just
Uh,
killed.
It's haters.
yeah, the haters and the losers.
I want to go back to a thing where you said Che was the last person you want at your house. Would you rather have Che or Cons? Come on, it's not that close. You'd much rather have Che.
I'd rather have Shay. yeah, Shay.
Yeah.
And I have just a pimped out garage.
Yep.
And then,
What does a pimped out garage look like?
I mean, huge for sure. One that you could fit many cars in and also build a man cave. It's kind of vague, so that's why I didn't draft it.
Okay.
I had that one on mine, Jay Leno's garage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just not a
Exactly.
big car guy.
And then my last one was Mr. Deeds, the Hawaiian Punch water fountain.
Mm.
But
Mm-hmm.
that's just a flex thing.
Yeah.
And I went Shark Tank instead. Che, any left?
One I almost took that would, I mean, I don't think I have a great chance winning this, but would have tanked the whole thing. But I think would be an awesome thing. Disaster bunker in the backyard, underground. For when the time comes, stocked with beef jerky that doesn't go bad till like 2035. Yeah.
I like it.
Dave's cows.
That's it, Che?
Back in when 2000 was a thing, like the end of the world shit, there was this family in my hometown who went into one of those, and I don't think they ever came out. Yeah,
Really?
they had one built up in like Wisconsin. They took it really serious, and then they went there for 2000, the Y2K, and never came back.
You got to get curious
That
at some
can't be
point, right?
possible.
Is that investigated?
No one ever heard from him again. It was like a thing in our town.
Nobody
Just
checked?
fell off the face of the earth. I mean, I'm sure people checked, but I didn't. I just like to assume that they're still under there, like that one Brendan Fraser movie. What's that movie called?
The whale?
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
The mummy?
I don't.
Encino Man?
No,
I
it's-
know what he's talking about.
They live underground to like go away from nuclear war or something and come out 50 years later, and he's
It's a
still
good
calling
dozen
black
question.
people like
Whoa.
yeah,
Yikes.
Tough.
Really?
right.
I didn't know. I'd never seen it.
I had 2 more honorable mentions. Heated driveway would be
that's
really
nice.
nice. I saw Chuck sent me a TikTok where you don't even have to shovel; it just doesn't even build up on
Yeah.
a driveway, which would be sick. And then tennis courts, I think, would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Chief?
Tunnels. Tunnels are just awesome. So
yeah.
yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Where would you tunnel to?
But that's the thing where it's like I'd want to tunnel to like other things that I drafted. But I just love the idea of a tunnel. Like when Portnoy bought that Nantucket house, like the headline was, yes, it's $42 million, but it also has tunnels.
I
And
didn't
it
know
actually doesn't have tunnels from what
And it doesn't. But that's how cool tunnels are, is that grabbed the headline.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, it's got a tunnel?
Yeah, the lore of a tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a good tunnel.
Yeah.
Chaps, anything else?
A zip line into a lake. I would
That would be sick.
I love a
Yeah.
good zip line. Like zip line down to Chase Dock or something like that. That would be incredible. I also had a room that's designed just for music, like a record player room.
That's cool.
Where you go in
put
there,
that-
you have
yeah.
all kinds of different records that are sitting about.
You can have that off your library.
Very
Chaps,
true.
actually, here's a question for you. You and I listen to similar music. What do you think it would cost, like Red Clay Strays, say, hey, we want you to play here, and they give you a price? I know what it is. About what do you think it is?
Right now,
Yeah.
they're blowing up. So I would say it's high. I would say
About a year ago, I know what it was. I should say
about $2.5 million.
not even close.
What?
100 grand or so, maybe a little less.
not
than that.
now.
Not now.
Zero chance. They've
Uh,
blown
I-
up in the last
It
year.
it would
No
probably be
way.
closer to, like, I would guess, $250,000 now. But on that note,
No
you're
chance.
so rich in this draft that you could just have a fucking recording studio and just pay, like, hey, I want Red Clay Strays to come play.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Sure.
Anything else?
No.
I had a few.
Oh, I had the American Gladiator Arena on mine too.
That's sweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That should have been drafted.
My last pick was in between that and the car wash. I went car wash.
I had a time machine, kind of like Stewie Griffin. A gold toilet, you got to say, like a
Trump
fully
had one, right?
24 karat.
Someone famous had a gold toilet, solid gold
It's
toilet.
Kim Jong Un,
Kim
and,
Jong-un.
and it travels with him.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
really?
amazing.
That's
Amazing. Don't make me like him. A gigantic wall surrounding my place, like
Okay.
drones. Not necessarily an ice wall, just something gigantic that nobody can get into my lair.
You're just basically building a military base.
Kind of, yeah. But it's got all, like, the sweet stuff too.
You want to
But
live
it's
in,
laser tag instead.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah.
Training area.
Um,
Mounttown.
a rooftop with a fire pit, a billiards room. I would like a gigantic statue of Eddie. It could be bronze, it could be brass, like just a statue of Eddie, and like I'd let my dogs piss on it and stuff like that.
What about if it's the same exact one that Jordan has in front of the United Center, but it's Eddie's face on it?
Similar to that, yeah. Like your picture outside of Hallis Hall, like where you're doing that, like just a statue of Eddie, gigantic though. I want it like 50 feet tall, so when you're driving through my solid wall that's surrounding my lair, you get through the gates and you see Eddie first.
I think I'd be okay if I had a statue that tall. A little dog piss. It's all right.
Like the Saddam Hussein one that got toppled?
Yeah, the one they tore down. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Rain's coming,
and it
we'll
wouldn't.
wash
And
it
I
all.
want to make it clear, it wouldn't be an ode to Eddie. It wouldn't be like me saying, "Hey, this is my guy." It would just be like,
It'd have to be some kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
flash.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
if
right,
you did
right.
like Eddie as the statue of David, but with like a button dick.
little baby. Yeah, I just saw the statue of David like 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
Yeah, and in Al's Pizza.
All right.
I know Al's is a little too specific, but
One more I forgot. Top level, high end treehouse. Speaking of righteous gemstones.
Oh, Treehouse. would be
I
sick,
might
Jay.
start watching that show tonight.
It's a really funny show.
That would be sick, Jay.
I never finished it, but
A sick pod studio would be awesome too.
The sister on that, I think, may be the funniest.
she's the
character.
funniest.
She's
character.
very, very funny.
She's very funny. Hit me too, Daddy. I'm a gemstone.
All right,
You
let's
touch me in my cunt, daddy.
let's vote someone off here,
Judy Gemstone.
and then we are done. So this is the house that you would least want to go to.
Okay.
Okay. Eddie, infinity pool, movie theater with concession stand, cigar lounge, par 3 hole, Shark Tank. Che, indoor basketball court, guest house, man cave, jacuzzi with TV, wine cellar, White Sox Dave, laser tag course, hidden room, Portillo's, gigantic greenhouse.
Wrong. It's laser
Weapon
tag
room.
wing.
All right, my apologies. I will correct it.
Appreciate.
Laser tag wing, hidden room, Portillo's, gigantic greenhouse, weapon room, Chaps, TGL golf simulator, Lazy River, Dave and Buster's, massive library, drive-through car wash, Chief, disappearing pool, bowling alley, slides, spa, outdoor kitchen. Open up a blank text, write them in, and then we will be off from there.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Che, you got yours?
Yeah.
There you go.
Dave.
Dave, one for Dave. Chief.
I voted for Dave because if it's based on houses we'd want to go to, it sounds like everything about his house is killing me. So
2 for Dave. Chaps.
Dave.
3 for Dave.
That's
Dave.
that's lame. Shay, because his is like just a normal suburban house.
I was between Shay and Dave because I feel like I've been to houses that have all of these things.
I have been to that house we went to last summer has all this stuff. I don't know if they have a guest house.
I don't
I'm
think
sure
they had a
they do.
guest house.
Oh, the nicest house you ever been to? Thank you.
True.
That's
One
not
for
saying
Dave, too.
much.
It's not the nicest house you can imagine.
What's the name of this draft?
Building your dream house.
There you go.
I succeeded then. You guys can fuck off with your
But your whole idea is that you want to be isolated. We're isolating you.
thank you.
So you're
True.
voted off.
Yeah, kind of. All right, then go check out the poll. It'll be on Twitter, and you could vote which house you would want to go to the most between myself, Che, Chaps, and Chief.
If I don't win this one, I'm going to be upset.
You have a good house, chaps.
I think we all kind of do.
Yeah.
I think they're all very different.
Yeah. So we'll see what people value the most. Where they want to have like a weekend, whatever.
Does the pool vote split?
The pool vote. The pool
Does
vote.
Lazy
shouldn't.
River overlap with
It
that?
shouldn't because disappearing pool is like,
But do enough people know what a disappearing pool is?
this isn't.
But that's a benefit. I think people not knowing what, like, oh, what's a disappearing pool? Come outside, I'll show you. Boom.
also true.
Well, for the
A
graphic,
lot of people
I mean.
have seen infinity pools.
Yeah. Almost everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Disappearing?
And people like them every time.
They do.
But that's because they don't know about the disappearing pool.
All right. That's it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And that's it, everyone, for listening. Thank you. And we will see you next time.